And being a trader for over 2.5 years, self-taught, self-educated, and continuously growing, these are the 5 things that I struggle with the most. And I know there are thousands of traders out there today who are dealing with the same exact things. So make sure you stay tuned for the video. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, family? It's your boy Vine, Smart Money Go. We are back with another video, and this video today will be a lot different than usual. One, using my camera now, and also I want to bring you guys just a video where we speak about the top 5, top 10, whatever, however many problems. A lot of people face different things, and I want to go over some of the stuff that I've been focusing on lately. Being funded over $150,000, being able to make profits in the market, struggling for 2 years straight. I know there's a lot of traders out there right now who are struggling in these moments and are going through some stuff mentally, whether it's not being able to win trades, not being able to be consistent, not understanding where to get in and get out in the market. All of these things I understand, and trust me, I know exactly how they feel. And I'm finally breaking through that point because I'm fixing a few things. And when you fix these few things, you will be able to attain profitability and consistently keep and accomplish profitability as a trader. This is not by any means a get rich quick thing. This is not by any means about money, but it is about becoming a master at your craft, which for us is day trading. For you, it could be swing trading, day trading, position trading. It could be scalping, right? I want you to be a master at your craft, and that's why these things right here that I'm finally starting to dial in on and understand, I want to share with you and bringing some knowledge to my family out here on YouTube. So let's get to it. First thing is the most important, and that is expecting to win, right? In these markets, let me break it down like this in a psychological way. In these markets, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know who's on the other side of that screen, who's in Chicago, who's in New York, who's in this hedge fund, this central bank. We don't know what they're looking for. We don't know what they want to do. Meaning, we don't know who's going to enter the market when we're looking at a level. We may like this supply demand level, that swept liquidity. It's aligned perfect with our discount or whatever, and we're looking for buys. And we may love this level, but at that level, a bunch of sellers can enter the market, and that new level could be a supply level, right? Or at that level, we can have a plethora of buyers step in the market and propel our trade in the right direction that we insisted we want it to happen, right? So expecting to win is negative, but also it's a thin line between expecting to win and expecting to lose, and just having pure expectation. What we need to do is release that expectation. We need to take that expectation outside, right? That expectation is our ego actually speaking. And actually, this book right here, if you guys don't have it, it's Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. It's a great book, and it's very deep and very philosophical, psychological. It breaks down a lot of things, but our ego that is fearful of losing, our ego that is fearful of being hurt or not attaining a certain amount of money, our ego that also wants to make a lot of money and wants to prove this person and prove that person, that ego is why you feel the way and you are operating off expectation. When you remove that ego out the way and you work within yourself and focus on what you are trying to do deeply, you are a plant that is going to blossom. You have to take your time. So when you focus on, I want to win this trade, or maybe I'm going to lose, you take yourself out the game. Whatever you think about, you're going to get, right? Releasing expectations, whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter. It just happened. That's all it is. So release that expectation of winning a trade, even losing a trade, and just win. Just do what you know works, and that's it. And when it's time to execute, execute. And when it's not, sit cash and preserve your capital. The next thing I want to break down is, again, that fear of losing, right? So when we expecting to win, that means we fear something else, right? That means we fear losing. If we were expecting to lose, then we may fear winning potentially, right? But when you fear loss, you get what you fear. Those emotions that's in your body, that's producing that strength in your body, you will get exactly what you're running away from, right? So do you fear not waking up in the morning? Do you fear not having food for the day? Some people do, but a lot of people, most of my listeners probably are in America. A lot of us don't have to deal with that. And in America, there's a lot of that going on now, but we don't worry about some things because they become normal. They become, we expect them without expecting them. It's just our norm. And that's what it needs to be with losing or winning. You need to just not really worry about what's going to happen. It's a norm. So once we eliminate that fear of losing, right? We want to focus on managing our risk. Managing our risk is probably the most important, if not the most important thing that we have to do, because it allows us to have that peace of mind. When you are expecting to win or wanting to win really bad and make money, and when you're really fearful of losing, when you mesh managing risk also with collecting data as well, which we'll talk about in the future, when you mesh those things together, when you have a clear-cut risk management plan, I risk this amount for this to make this amount. If I lose this amount, that's what I lose. Simple, right? Per trade, that's what it's going to be. If you're somebody who wants to trade multiple times a day, don't outline your levels, then that's part of your plan. But when it comes to managing risk, you're able to preserve capital and eliminate that fear of losing, eliminate that fear of winning, etc., whatever it is, or whatever, of not winning a trade. So managing risk is probably the biggest of all of these problems that I dealt with. Once I fixed that, a lot of things changed for me, meaning I simply had a lot more clarity and professionalism to myself because I knew what it was and I didn't have to guess or worry about what was next. I knew exactly what was coming, and if I was to win, it was going to go here, and if I was to lose, this was going to happen. Very, very simple, right? The next thing that I struggle with the most, and I know a lot of you do too, is impatience. And impatience is the biggest struggle of all traders in this game, because we all want to make money now. We all want to be on top now. We want to prove this and show that. Eliminate all that. Get rid of it. It's not important. None of that is important. What is important is being able to be patient, meaning being patient with your strategy, understanding that it takes time to build one, being patient with your plan and waiting for it to lay out in the markets. I love to focus on time with my specific strategy and things I want to see. Sometimes it doesn't happen at that time, and I had to learn how to be patient and understand, hey, it's 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, but our strategy might not be playing out yet. Oh, stock market just opened, but it's a little slow at 9:30 Eastern. Maybe it's not playing out yet. You have to understand and be able to see yourself in these moments and understand what you struggle with, so you can take that. Do you struggle with impatience? Do you struggle with waiting for price to get to your levels? And if it doesn't get to your level, are you upset because you feel like you missed out on the trade? These are things you have to think about and understand. Impatience is the biggest killer in these markets, which comes with managing risk, because now let's say you get in a trade early, you was very impatient, you take an unreasonable L. Now you gotta over risk on another trade, and it could be right, but that one, now you thinking, all right, now you gotta get it back. But that could be a trade that takes you out. It's all about probabilities. You might not win that next trade either, even if it follows your plan. So you have to understand managing risk, fear of losing, expecting to win every single trade, and then impatience. These things all combine, and they all combine to one thing, right? And then the most important, besides managing risk, you have to have a plan before you start the session. I used to just wake up and trade. Why would you expect profitability? Why would you expect to be a professional? There are people who work in this industry and they make millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars every single year, right? Because they are professionals at what they do. They execute, and execution starts the night before. Execution starts the session before. You don't got to wake up during a London session if you trade in New York, but 5, 6 a.m. so you could be prepped. And if you live in LA, you need to wake up super early, because 9:30 stock market open is your 6:30 a.m. So you have to be able to be a professional and plan everything out to a T. Understand where your levels are. Where's the liquidity in the market? Where are my supply and demand levels that I like? Right? What happened last night over in Asia? Where is Asia session highs? Where is Asia session lows? Where is liquidity from London session or New York session? Where is yesterday's high? Understand all these things. What am I looking at? Are we bullish for today? Who's in control? Understand these things and have a plan before you even step on the charts, because that is going to help you progress. That is going to help you build that habit and wire yourself. At the end of the day, all these things that I am speaking about are all internal things. Has nothing to do with the market. Expecting to win every trade, fear of losing, impatience, not managing risk, and not having a plan. All of these things are you. It is what you do. It's all internal, and it's something that you need to focus on. So with that being said, understand that these are all internal things that affect you, meaning yourself internally, not external. The charts don't do this. The banks don't manipulate us into doing these things. Trading is a special profession, and it's something that a lot of people can't understand. But people like us, we manage, we collect data, we break everything down to a T. We know what we see it continuously over and over, and we operate on that execution, right? You also have to be understanding that the more you grow within, and the better you get within yourself, your brain, your body, your heart, your everything. Yeah, got everything. You have to understand that is what's going to benefit you in the long run. All right. So understand that no, it's not always just back testing the charts. It's not always just doing this or doing that. Read a book, meditate, take care of your mental health. Right? Eat properly, go work out, take care of yourself. Everybody say these things, but they say them for the wrong reasons. I'm not saying this so you could be like every influencer on the internet. No, do these things because they benefit your brain. They allow us to operate at a high level. All these things we can have, everything you see, but take away your ego and understand that it's all within you. Everything that you want is within you. It's going to happen, but it's going to happen when you're ready for it to happen. And when you focus internally instead of externally, these things you begin to understand these things. You begin to understand why you're impatient, why you can't manage risk, why you can't stick to your plan, why you're not prepping yourself, why you're afraid to lose, why you expected to win every single trade when you know it's a probable game. These are the things that you need to understand, man. So if you haven't already, this is a beautiful book. Go get that. You know what I'm saying? I've been reading it. Not even halfway through it, and it is amazing. I just thought some stuff from that book will help you guys because it's definitely helping me. And then, you know, of course, man, that's gonna benefit y'all. But at the end of the day, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got another video dropping tonight. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys see this. We're gonna be going over a lot of different stuff like this because I want to help those as I'm beginning to progress in my journey and doing things a lot differently when it comes to internally and taking care of myself. So with that being said, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this, comment below, show some love, man, and stay true to you. Love y'all, man. I'll see you.